Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on the effect of smoking on health. In our last lesson, we compared the composition of inhaled air and exhaled air. We discussed that diffusion is the process that exchanges air in the lungs and the bloodstream. We also learned that gaseous exchange is the movement of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and the lungs during respiration. Today, we will study the effect of smoking on health. This is going to be a very useful lesson, students. I hope you are ready to begin. Smoking is an addictive habit that directly affects the respiratory system and is detrimental to overall health. Every year, thousands of people die as a result of smoking-related diseases. Yet, millions of people continue to smoke. Every cigarette that is smoked releases approximately 4,000 chemicals into the body. These chemicals travel from the mouth, throat, and lungs and enter the bloodstream. Once these chemicals are in the bloodstream, they can move throughout the rest of the body, causing damage. Among the thousands of chemicals in cigarettes, there are two that are most notably hazardous for the body. Those chemicals are nicotine and carbon monoxide. Nicotine is an addictive drug in cigarettes. Nicotine is a stimulant that causes a temporary feeling of being alert and calm. It is toxic and potentially lethal in large doses. Carbon monoxide is a very poisonous gas found in cigarette smoke. Carbon monoxide molecules easily bind with hemoglobin and reduce the oxygen carried by the blood. Since less oxygen is carried within each blood cell, more blood must be pumped through the body to transfer the same amount of oxygen to the cells. Students, how common do you think smoking is in Ethiopia? How many people do you know who smoke? Discuss this with a partner. If you would rather not share, the number of people you know who smoke, that is fine.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, students. I hope everyone had a chance to share. People in Ethiopia tend to smoke cigarettes less often than people in other countries, although shisha and native tobaccos are often smoked, snuffed, or chewed. Smoking is one of the most common causes of preventable deaths. In Ethiopia, 18 people in every 100,000 of the population died of cancers linked to smoking and chewing tobacco. Smoking causes severe damage to the mouth, teeth, and gums, as well as causing many different diseases. Tar is a sticky black substance that contains many chemicals. It stains the teeth, fingernails, and lung tissue. Tar accumulates in the lungs, turning them from pink to gray. Tar prevents cilia from moving particles away from the lungs, therefore allowing dirt and bacteria to accumulate. It is more likely that smokers develop bronchitis and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, from tar buildup. Bronchitis is an inflammation and infection of the bronchi. COPD is the reduction of the surface area of the lungs due to a breakdown of alveoli. As a result of tar buildup, the afflicted person is always short of oxygen and feels breathless. Tar is also a carcinogen, which means it causes cancer. Lung cancer is the most well-known disease linked to smoking. Students, let us watch a video that investigates the amount of tar that is produced from cigarettes. This experiment uses 400 cigarettes that contain 18 milligrams of tar per cigarette. A sealed-off smoking machine is used. The machine works by lighting the cigarette on one end, while the smoke is collected in a container filled with water. As you can see, the water gradually changes color from clear to black. The black liquid is boiled to condense the solution. The water is slowly vaporizing while the tar remains. Once all the water is boiled down, you can see that the tar is a very thick and sticky substance. This substance builds up in your lungs and prohibits the normal functioning of your system. Students, now that you have learned about the health problems due to smoking, what do you think some social problems would be? Think about how smoking affects families and communities. Write down your ideas.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Thank you for participating, students. I wonder what some of your ideas are. Smoking not only affects the health of the individual, but it also affects families and communities. Cigarettes and tobacco products cost money. If part of the family income is being spent on smoking products instead of on food, clothing, or health care, it can affect the overall well-being and security of a family. Also, if a parent smokes, they are jeopardizing the interests of their children and those who depend on them. If a parent is unable to work because they are sick from a smoking-related disease, the entire family will suffer from the loss of income. The illness of smokers affects the community and the economy of the whole country. People who suffer from smoking-related health concerns may not be able to work and may need health care. This puts an economic strain on everyone. Fortunately, the majority of the young people in Ethiopia are very sensible and choose not to smoke. But it is important to continue to encourage youth to say no to smoking and teach others why it is harmful. This brings us to the end of our lesson. Today, we learned about the effect of smoking on health. We also discussed how smoking affects our families and communities. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.